Hey. I'm Kavadlo, and today's exercise is the one-arm push-up. Before you start training for one arms, make sure you can do at least 30 strict two-arm push-ups in a row. Assuming you've got that taken care of, here are a few things to keep in mind. As with a two-arm push-up, it's best to keep your elbow relatively close to your side during a one-arm push-up. Your hand should be below your chest, shoulder area, and not way out to the side. This will keep your shoulder in the safest position possible. Now, there is some leeway as far as how close you keep your elbow. It doesn't necessarily need to be right up against your ribs, but it should never be flaring out here above your shoulder. Your foot position can significantly affect the difficulty of the one-arm push-up. While placing your feet in a wide stance is optimal for learning the exercise, the wider your feet are, the easier the move becomes. Some people will argue that the feet should be together in a true one-arm push-up, but I contend that the ideal form is actually with the feet shoulder width apart or slightly wider. You see, the inevitable hip torque that happens if your feet are right next to each other is a bigger problem for me than any negative aspect of the wider position. Though the exercise is called a one-arm push-up, make no mistake, every muscle in your body has to work in harmony to nail this move. So brace your abs, contract your legs and glutes. Even the arm that's off the ground should still be engaged. Focus on keeping your hips level with the rest of your body, and focus on keeping your shoulders even as well. It's much easier to do a one-arm push-up when you lift the shoulder of your non-pushing arm higher than the shoulder of your pushing arm. So try not to do that if you want to achieve a perfect one-arm push-up. You might be better off giving yourself an assist with one or two fingers of your other hand, or doing them on an elevated surface in order to preserve the form, rather than jumping ahead. That said, the jump from even just a one-finger assist to a full one-arm push-up can be a big chasm, so you might need to be a little lenient with your form in the beginning. Nobody's first is their best, so pay attention to those little details and aim to clean it up over time. I recommend training your one-arm push-up 2 to 3 times a week with at least one day off in between each session. Now, of course, you can still do squats, pull-ups, and other exercises on those rest days. Just don't do additional pushing exercises. On the days that you practice your one-arm push-up, warm up with a general full-body warm-up, and maybe do a few two-arm push-ups first. Now, only about 10 or 20 because you don't want to burn yourself out. From there, you can start practicing your one arms in a low rep range. And heck, you can even just do singles in order to preserve the form. Do your best to practice both sides as evenly as possible, though you may find one side is a little stronger than the other. Perhaps you've heard my joke about muscle imbalances before. I've got one strong arm and one really strong arm. So train hard, be patient, and enjoy the ride. I'm Kavadlo, and we're working out.